I think one of the best strategy games on the market today is Bolt Action. I really love its mechanics, the way it just sort of adds what they call the fog of war element, but the randomized dice. The way that you put all the dice for each unit that you have and your opponent has into a bag, and then you pull them randomly, and what you pull, your go or their go, changes the way a typical war game is played. You never know which order of events it's going to go. Normally it's you, them, and so on. But with Bolt Action, you can come up with a really cool plan. You can come up with this concept. You might want to try to bust through their lines with the tank, and then you're going to support it with your infantry. And you pull the first dice, so you move your tank up, you pull the second dice, you attack the line like you planned, and then the next 3 dice that come out of it might be the enemies. It changes everything. You've always got to be planning, but you've always got to be fluid at the same time, and I think this is such a great and different way of doing things. The miniatures as well are, to be honest, exceptional for what they are. Now, they're not true scale like Night Models and Infinity, which do give you better sculpts in one way, but for detail, I can't complain about these guys. They have pouches, backpacks, various weapons. It's just phenomenal the amount of options and details you get. Now, you don't get it with the metal ones, or at least I haven't found that yet. Now, having said that, clarification. These 5 are part of a 10 metal US Paratrooper set that you get. They're all metal and they're all single piece. You don't put them together, so there's no options with them. They come as is. Detail, I think, is really good. You still have all these pouches. You still have several different weapons in the group. They're not all done. I have a machine gun team I've got to do, a couple of standing guys, a couple of running guys. But the plastics that they've started to release have loads of options, and you really can build your squad exactly how you want. The Paratrooper set that came in the plastics had various weapons, backpacks, ammo pouches, medic packs. You could choose whatever you wanted to put on these guys, and I think that's such a great thing. Now, if you don't play the game but you do like this period of history and you want to do some dioramas but you're not going to use the 54mm, or you don't want to use 172, these are fantastic. And I think it was $24 we paid for the 10 metal figures, which is quite good, and considering their detail level is excellent. You got 20 plastics in the box set for the US and 20 plastic Germans, rulebook, some extra stuff, and a house, and that was about 100. And that was a beginner set, and the hardcover book, which is behind it there. But yeah, if you're looking for a different game other than some of the usual ones, and that, it's the strategy aspect of it alone is I find really interesting the way it comes together. And yeah, these I've got 5 to go to get this unit finished, and then I've got to start on the plastics, both the Germans and the US. But there's a whole bunch of stuff now available for this game. Japanese troops, Australian troops, British troops, Italian troops, Russian troops, Finnish troops. Yeah, there's just so many. If you have a theatre of war that you have a particular interest in, they'll have something for it. If you just like a particular unit, they'll probably have done it or have done something similar. There's a lot of vehicles available now, a lot of field guns, anti-tank guns, transport trucks. There's all sorts of things, and there's some third-party companies doing stuff now as well. I built the Stuart tank, which was one of the third parties, and it was a beautiful little tank. Good fun to do. So I totally recommend it. If you're interested in history and that, these are well worth taking your time to have a look at.